Me next.
Yeah.
Me versus Teofimo Lopez. We could have took that to the Madison Square Garden and sold that out, but he wanted to fight in a bar, fight Steve Claggett. So
Keyshawn Davis got a fight coming up this Friday, November 8th, against Gustavo Lemos. But leading up into this fight, Keyshawn Davis has some things to say about some of his counterparts, and most notably, more recently, he has some things to say about Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta Tank Davis actually reacts. It's your boy, Mr. 926, aka Bushido the Dragon, aka the Black Mage, aka I could just do this all day, the two-time demonetized champion of the world.
Get the lights up.
Check it out, man. Keyshawn, the businessman Davis, is going to be handling business this Friday against Gustavo Lemos. Gustavo Lemos, Keyshawn Davis had a friendly face-off in the locker room. They ran into each other in the locker room, had a face-off, right? Nothing crazy happened. Just all business, right? They go settle the score this Friday. But Keyshawn Davis, of course, has to somewhat sell this fight, right? Somewhat sell this fight. And usually what the young fighters do today to sell these fights is talk about other fighters that we kind of tend to talk about. Fighters like Gervonta Tank Davis, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Keyshawn Davis has some interesting things to say about Gervonta Tank Davis.
Everybody want me to ask this, Key. Are you gonna stop Tank Davis? They want to see you and Tank Davis, nigga. I gotta be honest.
What?
Davis versus Davis, niggas want to see that, bro.
Man, that's up to Tank. Dude, Tank want to see it for himself.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
that nigga send anybody a contract, nigga, they gonna sign this shit. Come on,
of
bro.
course, I'm signing it.
Bro, outside the bread, bro, like outside the bread and the potential money that nigga can be made, bro, money that can be made, bro, like, bro, I will fight that nigga, cuz, and I'm coming with that same energy he coming with. He can't do all them shenanigans and all that shit that he be doing with other people. He can't do that shit with me.
But I'm just saying, Key, listen. I tell everybody this. I told Shakur this too. I said, and Shakur be saying, Shakur, you know how Shakur is. He like, nigga, I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. But I said, nigga, this is Tank, nigga. You gotta, this is Tank. It's Tank. Key, how you know what I'm saying? You think you ready for that? That's Tank, nigga.
And I see what he mean by it's Tank, right? Because it's Tank. That punch, that power, right? The speed. Tank Davis could be losing a fight, and then he could change the course of a fight with just one shot. So this is why guys, even like your boy Bushido, be like, it's Tank though. It's kind of hard to say because it's Tank. Because we know what Tank can do, even if he's losing a fight.
Nigga, yes, I'm ready for that, bro. He can't fuck with me, bro. He can't.
Yeah.
You try to give me hype too.
Yeah.
He can't fuck with me, bro. Him and his coach know that, bro. The bald head dude. The dude told me, yo, just don't call Tank out for the rest of the year. Don't do this, don't do that. Gilly said, hold on, OG. What you mean don't call him out? What you mean? Them niggas is worried. Them niggas is worried. They want me to move at 140 to get out 35. So, I could be too big. I don't gotta fight them no more. No, nigga. I'm staying at 35 and I'm be there until you ready to fight me, nigga.
Ooh, yo, Key, I love this.
Wow. Wow. I mean, Tank, you got to see him, bro. Keyshawn said he ain't going nowhere until you see him. They trying to wait till I outgrow the weight class just so they can say I'm too big to fight him. Just so they can put some rehydration and stipulation on the fight. And yeah, interesting, right? Keyshawn Davis got a lot of smoke for Tank Davis. Davis versus Davis. I mean, it really makes sense, really, honestly. I think Keyshawn Davis is highly rated, and one of the whatever belt Tank got, Keyshawn Davis should be one of the top guys in that particular sanction body. But Tank Davis releases some DMs, right? Tank Davis, as we know, releases some DMs. You know, these young fighters tend to do this, right? And this was back in 2021. And it says here on the screen, it might be really too small, but I read it for you guys. It was in January 10th of 2021. Tank says, they so humble at first. And then it says, quote, you be signing fighters? Tank said, yeah. Keyshawn liked the comment, right? Then he said, if it's cool, I'm trying to come train out in Vegas with y'all. And then, you know, I don't see no particular response from Tank, right? So Keyshawn just wanted to come train and shit, right? This was a long time ago, probably likely around when Keyshawn first started his professional career. This guy here, Neji, says, Keyshawn says, and then this is the guy doing the interview, so salute to him. He says, Keyshawn Davis says Tank can't F with him, says Coach Kenny is worried and hopes he leaves 35 to go to 40 so the fight won't happen. Then Tank says, stop dick eating, do that, and this little ninja fighting on Friday night. He not even worth mentioning. And Buddy, a bitch. Cold bitch. Tell him do something. So, see, this is what Tank do, right? This is what Tank do, right? He not even worth mentioning, right? But then tell him to do something. Okay, well, he told you to send a contract, bro. Right? He told you to send a contract, bro. He would rather fight Lamont Roach than a guy like Keyshawn Davis. He'll rather pull up a guy from 130 pounds than face a guy in his weight class at Keyshawn Davis. Davis versus Davis. Right? He won't give us that fight. We likely won't get that fight. Tank Davis is not in the business of giving boxer fans what they want. He's just not, bro. He's gonna fight whoever he fighting and hope you accept it. If you don't accept it, he's gonna come for you if he see you on social media talking crazy about it. Let's see what he had to say about Teofimo Lopez. As we know, Keyshawn and Teofimo Lopez had some things. You know, Keyshawn Davis been pushing, or should I say pressing, Teofimo Lopez for a fight. Teofimo Lopez, in my opinion, seems like he's really afraid of Keyshawn Davis, if I'm honest. But let's see what Keyshawn had to say.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Bro. Teofimo got to get his ass. Beat. This is for our ancestors. This is bigger than boxing. I don't like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like all this monkey shit he be on. When you see that, is that something?
Facts, bro. Thank you, bro. He's one of the few guys that be getting these fighters on their platform that address that shit, bro. I'm one of the few guys with a platform on YouTube that don't like that shit, that addresses that bullshit coming from Teofimo Lopez and punks like Ryan Garcia. Let's see what Keyshawn has to say.
That make you want to be like, I want to fight this guy, or
Let me tell y'all this. T don't know what's to come. T don't know what's to come 2025. T don't know. His best bet is to get out this top rank contract. T don't know what's to come 2025.
they feeding him to the wolves, kid.
His best bet is to get out this top rank contract because they feed him the best 135 they got at top rank.
Ooh,
So his ass better get out this contract, or his ass gonna have no choice but to fight me straight like that.
Oh,
wow. So basically, Top Rank is gonna feed Teofimo Lopez off to Keyshawn Davis. Just Teofimo Lopez want to be a little asshole. He want to go against the grain with Top Rank, and you know, Bob Arum even came out and said he liked the kid, but Teofimo Lopez, like I told you guys, I said this years ago. He seemed like a snake. He was a young guy at the time, and I was just seeing like this dude has snake-like tendencies. So 2025, Top Rank gonna be looking to put him in there with one of the top dudes from 135, and one of the top dudes at 135 is Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. So we gonna see what happens with that as well, right? Because a lot of these little dudes, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these little dudes, Tank, Teofimo, they all seem like they scared of Keyshawn. So they go to say Keyshawn ain't did nothing. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't did nothing yet, right? So they're going to use that narrative to kind of keep Keyshawn away. When in reality, Keyshawn is coming, pause, and these dudes is running, right? I ain't seen none of these dudes say, well, I'm going to send you the contract or any of that. Nah, they ain't trying to do none of that stuff, bro. Oh, Tank Davis, I think he eventually at some point he's gonna have to see Keyshawn, right? They probably trying to wait Keyshawn out. They're trying to wait guys like Shakur out, and that's just kind of what it is. You know, I don't think Tank Davis is in the business of like necessarily giving boxing fans the really compelling fights that they really want to see. I just don't think that's what he's on. Let's see what Keyshawn has to say about Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah. Shakur was calling me while I was in the mental home. Yeah. But people want us to fight though. It's weird, you know what I'm saying? But shouts out Shakur, man. He's definitely somebody that's always supporting me, man. Like even early on in this camp, he told me about how he felt when he first had his daughter and how he had to stay locked in because I just had my son. So he telling me things about how he has his daughter and stuff. So he basically locked me back into training camp, honestly. And that's what brothers are supposed to do.
I appreciate you sharing that because, like, obviously you stated, like, I don't know why people continue to pester with that, but it's family, and you know, sharing that little thing that hopefully the world can understand that there's a deeper level than.
Hey, I don't care if the world don't understand. The world can keep saying this throughout the entire career. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know when it comes to the businessman fighting, they're gonna tune in to watch me fight because I put on amazing performances, and y'all gonna see how great I am.
Keyshawn is a very exciting fighter. Exciting style. He comes to fight. He likes to fight. And I expect him to do the same this Friday night. Floyd Schofield Jr. name has been in the mix. Keyshawn Davis has something to say about Kid Austin. Let's see what he had to say about Kid Austin.
Yo, did you see the Kid Austin fight?
Nah, I did not see no. I did not see no damn. I never watched the Kid Austin fight. If you want me to be honest, I'm not interested. If you want me to be all the way honest, no, I ain't see it.
Because that used to be, all right, but Key, that used to be something that we talked about as a community, was like you versus Kid Austin. I don't really hear the talks like that no more, but that was a fight at one point that niggas was hyping up though.
Yeah, and for me, bro, and we wonder why we don't hear no talks no more. Because it's fucking irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, it's frustrating for me because I be knowing, bro.
Pretty much he had to say about that he's irrelevant. Honestly, I think that's a good matchup as well, right? And I think that fight is probably a little bit closer than a fight with Tank Davis, only because Tank Davis kind of pick and choose who he wants to fight. So yeah, you guys, Keyshawn Davis got a fight coming up against Gustavo Lemos. His brothers are on the undercard. Troy Isley's on the undercard, and of course, the young fighter that we all expecting to be great in the future, Abdullah Mason. So yeah, it should be a pretty interesting card on the Friday night fights. Tank Davis is mocking him for fighting on Friday nights. But Keyshawn Davis, I think after this fight with Gustavo Lemos, I think from here on out, we're going to see him with bigger name fighters and fighters that we want to see him in the ring with. But let's see what he had to say about his rival, Andy Cruz, before we close this out, right? First, Andy Cruz has a few or several wins over Keyshawn Davis in the amateurs. He actually gold medaled, and I believe Keyshawn silver medaled. And yeah, he seemed like he had Keyshawn's number. Andy Cruz became a professional. He's still kind of developing as a professional. Keyshawn Davis, in my opinion, is ahead of the curve as far as a professional. And honestly, in my opinion, if Keyshawn and Andy was to fight in the professional ring, I will give the edge right now to Keyshawn Davis because his style is more suitable for the professional ranks. But let's see what he had to say about his rival, his former rival, Andy Cruz.
What if Baranchik say something's going on with Baranchik? Shakur gets to fight him first in the unification. Is the Murataya fight or Willie Zepeda, are those fights too that could kind of, they may not be for a title, but they allow you to prove yourself at a higher level? And what do you think of those fights?
I mean, for real, bro. Like if I had all control of, if I had 100% control of who I could fight next, we would have been had Andy Cruz in the ring. I would have been fucked him up. Like just certain fight,
Wow, he went right for him.
It's just like I gotta have you. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't have full control over my matchmaking yet.
So wow, okay. He didn't avoid the topic and none of that. He said, if I had a choice on who I want to fight, it'll be Andy Cruz. I got to get that back. I like this dude, bro. This is why I like Keyshawn Davis. I don't like some of the things he may have said about Devin in the past with this whole Ryan situation, but I like Keyshawn Davis, and I like that attitude. Like, yeah, dude, I'm coming for you right now. I'm not in control of my career right now, but once I'm in control of my career, we definitely getting that fight with Andy Cruz. We got to get that dude back. I like that attitude. This is why I like Keyshawn Davis. I hope he does well this Friday night against Gustavo Lemos. Hope he put up an excellent performance. And I hope in the near future he can get a big fight with a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, or if anybody else, if they don't run from the hills. Tell me what you guys think. Keyshawn Davis says Gervonta Tank Davis don't want no smoke. Send that damn contract. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.